Today is day 388 of showing up consistently. So I've been working since morning. I've also been doing my final project. I'm doing my final project and I've been working. So I've been doing two things together. But this morning, I dedicated this morning for my final project. And this, from that 12 p.m. downwards, started working on my work. So I've been able to, run one or two things and get things done. And to be sincere, I'm happy with my progress of what I have done today. I edited a 16 minutes, should I call it tutorial course video? Yes, I recorded a 16-minute course video. Now, this has to do with me creating new PowerPoint for each part that have been talked about. You get, so I had to create new PowerPoint based on the subtitle files. Now, the first thing I had to do was that I generate subtitle files. No, I had to trim some sections that are not relevant, or find those ones that are relevant and bring them to where they are supposed to be. You understand? So I had to cut, trim, then rearrange. And after that, I do AI caption generation. So after AI generate caption, I have to pass that caption to a grammar check. So I pass through grammar check. But that grammar check, I found a way to use AI to do that. So one of these is I'm going to use Claude to create an app that will help me. Oh my God, my head is first. Let me write it down. Let me write it down. Perform. Claude to create app to perform grammatical check and punctuation check. Using AME or BRITENG. Yeah, so it can use American English or British English, depending on the client I am editing that video for. That is what we talk about building systems. So this was something I've learned now. I think what I'm going to say is that once you have a company, once you start thinking of scaling, once you have a company, once you have something that is depending on you as you go on, you start thinking of building systems so that everything will not just be in your head. And I've learned that. It has really helped me, especially during this video editing. Because there was a time I was editing a video for a client. I had to do some adjusting to the frame so that the person that we are editing can be in the center of the video and be the main attraction of the video, and every other thing in the background can just be blurred. So I had to trim it to some particular section. I had to zoom it to some particular minute number. Could be 11.1.0.5. And it has to be that exact point, because if not, when I, what will I call it? When I do hard cuts, and I want to put the other video there, what is going to happen is that the video, you are going to notice that this thing has already changed. This person has already changed the frame. How will I put it? Okay, if the person is centered like this and they suddenly a hard cut, there's suddenly a hard cut. The hard cut is supposed to show that okay, this thing cut. Maybe the person had moved from this place and this place. But then you will notice another thing, that the hard cut and it looks like the thing zoomed back a little bit. And it does not make a video to look clean. It does not make it to look, how will I call it? All these little details, they are things that matters. You may not know that they matters, but your clients are looking at it. They are looking at those things. Even if your client don't see them, people that your client want to show this video to, they say that, why is this video like this? You understand? So you have to make sure that you build a reputable system so that something that you've done before will be repeatable. Even if you are not there, somebody else will be able to do it without having to call you. So that's what I'm trying to build now. I'm building it, and it's getting better. Honestly, I'm going to get it's getting better. I've built a repeatable system for grammar check when I'm doing AI auto generation of caption. So that cuts my time down. I remember there was a time I edited a video, another course video too, 43 minutes. It took me more than 4 hours to finish that subtitle. And I still had some correction. I had to upload to ChatGPT keep telling me that I had to upload to ChatGPT. Then ChatGPT will now tell me that cannot paste it out for me. As I was like, just read it and scan it. Even after reading it and scanning it and providing me updates one, there's still problem with it. So I had to devise a way. I had to devise a way. You know, there's something that I say that necessity is the master of invention. When you need something so bad, you will invent something to solve it. I didn't believe that actual at first. I was like, is there anything? But now the tool is here. I have the tool on my phone. I can just break my phone that, oh yeah, I don't have to know what I'm going to. Honestly, thank God for technology. So I've been able to create that. So that the first time I did that, there was a video I was editing, normally 4 minutes video. I had to do voice check and subtitle grammatical check, and that would take me normally maybe 1 hour for that 4 minutes video, because the person that owns that video is very particular about the grammar structure, and the person studied English in school, and the person is not in Nigeria, the person is not is an African, but the person grew up in the US and studied English in the US. So think about it. So I have to make sure that the English is correct. So I did that, I learned that would take me like 1 hour to do that. But the first time I just created that repeatable model, I just picked that thing and fed it into the system I was using. Honestly, within 3 minutes, 3 minutes what? Within 5 minutes, within 2 minutes, I've already gone through the text twice already. And we've checked if there's any mistake on anything. The only thing that just needed to be checked was the name of places, name of people, and there's some text that is out there. So I had to go through there, and they were not even much. I was like, that thing cut my hour down, 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 down. Let me just say 45 minutes was saved that day. And that day I was like, hey, God, wetin be this? Ever since then, ever since then, I've learned to build repeatable system. So that's what I'm talking about today, repeatable system, repeatable system. Build it, because if you find a way to solve something today, I'm not saying, okay, necessarily write it down today, because there's a possibility you may not need it tomorrow. But if tomorrow comes and you try to do that thing that you did yesterday, and you try to do it now, but you are not getting it the way you get it yesterday, what you're going to do is that if you get it, even though you do not get it the way you got it yesterday, detail it down, make it a document, so that when next you want to do something like that, maybe 2 days, 3 days, 4 days later, you don't have to rack your brain. You have to just do like this. First time I started doing repeatable system was when I have this board. So on this board, I have this tiny, tiny papers. What they call them though? Sticky, sticky paper, or what they call it, sticky paper. So I write them down. I write the exact, if it is X or Y, I write the percentage of cut, the percentage of zooming, the X position, the Y position. So that was what first saved me then. When I edited a video in, I edited a video in January. Then the person gave me another video similar to that video in March. When was it, March or April? So I was not like, how will I look for this video again like this? Because I've already exported this from my folder, and I've already deleted the, what I call it, the backup on the cache then. So I had to, and then I remember that, oh, I've written this thing somewhere here. That day I was just joyous, because it made my work faster and easier, honestly. So that's what I'm talking about today. Build repeatable system, because they will help you and they will help other people. They will help other people like you that need them in the future. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. See you tomorrow on day 389 of showing up consistently. Bye for now.